kind of especially here as well, because you've been so loyal to me for so long that I wouldn't be surprised if you were like, I can't bother waiting anymore, so really thank you. And I thought, after I had my kid, I thought, my head was a bit fucked from all the hormones. And I thought I might have lost who I was before I became a mum. And I was a bit sad about it at first, and then I thought, all right, maybe that's just what happens. So I slowly became kind of used to that, and I was at peace with that. Until one day I was like, actually, I need a bit of who I was. I can't just be a mum. It's not enough for me just to be a mum. My main thing is being a mum, but even if it's just 5% of me needs to be exactly who I was then, and before, so I started to write some songs, and genuinely and very seriously, they weren't good enough. The ones I wrote, which were about my kid and some of them about other things, they just weren't great, and I knew they weren't great, and I knew they weren't good enough for you to hear, let alone for me to waste people that I work with, waste their time in an office, them going, yeah, bit shit, really. And I kept going back to the drawing board, and I kept going back and kept going back, and it was exhausting, and I kind of lost my confidence for a little while. And then I went to LA, and to get some vitamin D, I have a vitamin D deficiency. It's very, very true. Yes, it is. And I went and sunbathed under the palm trees, Brits abroad, pale as milk. And I wrote this song within a couple of days of being there, and I was so happy because it is my favourite song I've ever written. And all of the songs that weren't good enough and the songs that made 25, I was trying to write this song the whole time. So I was happy as Larry, and for the first time, really, really proud of myself in my work. And more importantly, it was that I didn't feel bad anymore after I wrote this song. I didn't feel bad about wanting to be who I was before I was a mum. And I feel like we're made to feel a bit guilty about that sometimes, and we shouldn't be. This is When We Were Young. I hope you enjoy it.
Everybody loves the things you do, from the way you walk to the way you move. got this from my